You got this, Malik. Go for it.
It's not over.
Leak on the beat, yo!
What is up, everybody? This is Working America, and I'm back with another video. As you know, if you're kicking it with KB, it's alright me. So we are back with another video itself. So we are getting into more towards new gen consoles. So we are talking about basically when it comes to electronics. So we're just gonna basically get into the basics of what electronics like becoming obsolete, or kind of how are they gonna come near the future. Just kind of talk about the basics of electronics and everything, specifically game systems. So if you like videos like this, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe itself. If you new to this itself, hey, my name is Kingdom Breaker, and it's nice to meet you. I want to talk specifically about game systems. About game systems, because that's specifically more what I like to play on itself, of course, and everything. And most kids, most teens, most grown-ups are on game systems, or if you're a PC user, that too. Itself, game systems have been around a very long time when it comes to the arcade games, to the Atari, to so many things and stuff like that. But I'm not going to talk about all of that itself. We're just talking about the new generation that recently just released, which is the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox itself. So, with that being said, PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox, like I said, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. I'm going to put it on the screen. So, PlayStation 5 came out, it is 2024, 22, 23-ish. I don't know the exact thing off my head, but 2 years since PlayStation 5 and the Xbox been out itself. I know the PlayStation 5 has only been 2 years, and the Xbox I think it's around the time period. But yeah, they are recently releasing itself. Basically, itself, a lot of people are wanting to get these systems just because they're new and everything. The graphics are really clean, pristine. It runs faster on the games. The load up is nice. It's kind of how up to date game systems should be anyway itself. So I'm getting to the more of the feel is that with these new gen consoles being out, is that the old game systems are going to become more obsolete, or in simple terms, won't be able to do what they used to do itself. You all know that game systems all come out at a certain date, depending on the release date, and they become what is called not useful after a certain point. Which I mean, like updates, like more games made for the system and stuff like that. That's more what I'm talking about. So with the PS5 and the new Xbox releasing it itself, there are going to be more focus pushing out games for those systems itself. I'm not saying that the old game system, which is the PlayStation 4 or Xbox Series X and S, won't get games, but there is a time period where game systems stop getting games made for them itself. Just for an example, itself, PlayStation 2. I love the PlayStation 2. I love the games that was on PlayStation 2. You could literally play online. Same thing as the Nintendo Wii, the Wii U itself. You could literally play online with these games itself. You could play online. Most of those game systems was free with the online system. You didn't really have to pay for anything. PlayStation 3, you could play online itself and everything without having to pay anything. Like those type of game systems. But eventually, the time has passed where those games became obsolete, where they start getting games made for them itself. They changed the rule. Basically, they kind of got thrown in the back while they made new stuff for new systems, which happens because new game systems come out, new stuff for the new generations. So of course that's going to happen. So everything has its time to begin, time to end. And so, especially with game systems, I can feel you on that. So the reason why I'm getting more into this topic itself is just because if you have been keeping up with the news on my channel and stuff like that, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, if you've seen Dragon Ball games, and so Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is predominantly a new gen game. You cannot get this for PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X or X. None of that. you have to specifically get a PS5, the new Xbox, or a PC. There's no other way to play this game. So they are getting into a basis where it's going to be a console only game, a new gen console only game. And so I think they are getting to the point, because I did a little research on the PlayStation 4. I didn't realize this was so long ago. A PlayStation 4 released in 2013. 2013, I was 14 years old when a PlayStation 4 released itself. Like, that is nuts to think that 2013, it released in 2013. It's kind of crazy to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know. I can understand. So if you can see from the time period of 2013, we just got into 2024. That would mean that these games have been out. PlayStation 4 have been out almost 11 years. That is longer than most systems have lasted. As far as game-wise, probably the longest it had lasted for this, like in the 2000s, in 2000 range and everything. To still have games that's still being made, the longest running itself. So that's actually that's a big deal itself for a PlayStation 4 to still have games making up and lasting for 11 years versus like a PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, which when people got PlayStation 3s, they left PS2 and went straight to 3s, you know. But with PlayStation 4, you know, PlayStation 5s, but I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit. But it happens itself. So PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, people transferred itself. But what's the difference is prices have changed itself. So when the PlayStation 4 came out, it was more around. You could get it. It was like, it wasn't as bad as PlayStation 5 when it came out. So when the PlayStation 5 first released, there was nowhere to be found. Literally a whole year later, they are now found. Because I was going to plan to buy one. I had the money saved up, but every day I checked for almost a whole year, they were sold out everywhere. So I could not find one until the very next year. And so, which at that time period, I already spent money. So it was just the biggest thing. So it's just time. It's just time. Xbox Series X and X came out in 2020. So it came out some years later. I don't know if that's the exact date. I think I looked it up on Google itself. So it's not too far behind for PlayStation 4. But I'm just saying. So new gen consoles are becoming the new PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox itself. So it's just going to be kind of hard for people who already have PlayStation 4 itself. So I will say that it will be a lot different itself. I mean, eventually everybody's going to get the new systems, just in case, depending on your situation. I plan to get the PlayStation 5, but just because of the new Dragon Ball game that's coming out and future games, just because I had the PlayStation 4 when it near, I think around almost my 16th birthday. I'm almost 25, so I can believe that's a lot of years that have passed by that I had this game system. So, I mean, I still have it for collection and just to keep itself, but you know, it's just time for a new game system. It's time for the new one. The only thing I hate about the new gen systems, the price of the games went up. From what I've seen, the games are going to be around, we're paying $60 now, it'll be like $70. So it's an extra $10. It's not much, but depends on who buys it. It is a problem and stuff like that. I mean, game systems are already high, and then game 2 consoles is no. So I don't know, but you know, it's just a new generation. They're gonna continue to make game systems and stuff like that. So just have to kind of keep up. I mean, if you're not a person who's trying to worry about the new games that are coming out, I wouldn't stress about it. But I'm getting a new system just because of new games that's releasing that I actually excited for. So hopefully you enjoy this video itself. Hopefully it gives you more information that some games are made for certain time periods and then it just kind of evolves and evolves. So just everything has its time itself. I still keep my PS4 because I had it for so long and everything, but PlayStation 5, you are in my grasp and you'll be part of my family. I know this is kind of weird video, but just want to talk about obsolete games. It's game systems itself. But hopefully you enjoy. I will see y'all next time. Best one period. Bye guys.